Good evening and welcome to our spring concert with the Bonita High School Choirs. I'm Ryan Yoder, the proud choir director of Bonita High School, the greatest high school on earth. And tonight you're going to see a little piece of why that is. These students have been preparing this music for you in really recognition of the month of March is through the National Association for Music Education, Music in Our Schools Month. And typically choirs across the country, this is the time when we prepare all of our music for our spring festivals. So all the music you hear tonight is going to be of a classical nature, but don't worry, we only pick fun classical music here at Bonita. So you will enjoy it. As I share at all of our concerts, when my students perform for you, we want it to not only just be a performance, but an experience, and allow yourself to just wash into the music that they have prepared for you. So first up, we have chorale, and hopefully I'm going to turn around, and they're going to be in place, all right? Fingers crossed. Oh, thank you. Don't they look great? All right, so that was Bound for the Rio Grande. It's a traditional sailor song. So if you notice, they're doing a lot of movement right now on stage, and I'm going to explain that for a second. So when they were in that first piece, they actually were all standing in what we call a mixed formation. So not a single choir member in this group was standing next to somebody who was singing the same part as them. So that's pretty impressive for predominantly freshmen and sophomores. Now, this next song is a lot harder, so we're not doing it. But, no, that's okay. No, we probably could absolutely do it. But it has a lot of fun contrast between the different parts. For all of our pieces tonight in different languages in your program, you'll see there's a translation for you so you can know what they're actually singing about. So this is Jubilate Deo. Thank you, Chorale, for such a great start. Really great start. What's interesting about that last piece, I mean, not only did they do a great job with it, but when I was picking music for Chorale, I found this piece in our library, and I went up and looked at the publisher recording just to get a better listen. And as I'm listening to the publisher recording, I notice after it's sounding amazing, I look and I see right there on the publisher website, Bonita High School Concert Choir. Under that recording. So I thought, well, we're up for that challenge. So I think the fact that Chorale did a choir level song is pretty impressive. Can we give them a round of applause? We're now going to bring out the men's choir for you. Their first piece is called Viva la Quince Brigada. Their second piece is Viva l'Amor, so we have Viva, Vive, whatever, all right? So this first piece is actually from, it dates back to the Spanish Civil War, and it's a war song sung by a battalion that was actually, we did some research. All of the choirs on all of our pieces did some research on each of the pieces and presented on it, and the gentleman found out that this song actually is a battalion song from the 15th Brigade that's included both Americans, Europeans, as well as people for the Spanish Republic soldiers as well. So it's a wonderful piece that stood the test of time. Unfortunately, the battalion was not successful in the war, but we got this song. So there you go. Thank you, gentlemen. So now I get to brag for a little bit. I know I brag a lot, but they're really amazing kids. So this group is the first of 4 groups you're going to hear after that the past 2 days, this morning and yesterday, spent hosting in this hall a festival through the Southern California Vocal Association that was actually rated. And we are proud to announce that not 1, not 2, not 3, but all 4 choirs participating received unanimous superiors through the Southern California Vocal Association. And we know chorale's going to make it 5 next week. We're looking forward to that. So this next piece that you're going to hear features our soloist, Mr. Jet Bugle, our choir president. And it is Viva l'Amour, a old popular tune from the Yale Glee Club. Enjoy.
Let every good fellow now join in a song. Viva la company! Success to each other and pass it along. Viva la company! Viva la, viva la, viva l'amor, viva la, viva la, viva l'amor, viva l'amor, viva l'amor, viva la company. Come all you good fellows and join in with me. Viva la company! And raise up your voices in close harmony. Viva la company! Viva la, viva la, viva l'amor, viva la, viva la, viva l'amor, viva l'amor, viva l'amor, viva la company. Should time or occasion compel us to part, viva la company. These days shall forever enlighten the heart. Viva la, viva la, viva la, viva la, viva la, viva la, viva l'amor, viva la, viva la, viva la, viva la, viva l'amor, viva la, viva la, viva la, viva la company. Viva la, viva la, viva l'amor, viva la, viva la, viva la, viva l'amor, viva la, viva la, viva la, viva la, viva la company. Let every old bachelor fill up his glass. Viva la company, and drink to the health of his favorite lass. Viva. Let every old merry man drink to his wife. Viva la company. The joy of his bosom and comfort of life. Viva la company. Viva la, viva la, viva l'amor, viva la, viva la, viva l'amor, viva l'amor, viva l'amor, viva la company. Viva la, viva la, viva l'amor, viva la, viva la, viva l'amor, viva l'amor, viva l'amor, viva la company. Viva la, viva l'amor, viva l'amor, viva l'amor, viva l'amor, viva la company.
Another round of applause for Jet Bugle on that solo. All right, now we are about to bring out the women's choir, who's going to start the evening off with a French piece. And we were lucky, actually. We collaborated with one of the French classes during our period. Madame K helped us with our French, so a huge shout out to her. Thankful to how supportive all of our teachers are at Bonita High School. And this next piece, you'll see in the translation, is titled, My Heart is Still Offered to You. And so, in short, it's a breakup song. So it was really hard to get them to get emotional for that, so because they have no personal experience with that whatsoever, right?
Oh
Lovely job, ladies, all right? So no dating until after high school so we don't have to experience any of that stuff, right? Do you hear all your dads in the audience right now, right? All right, this next piece will continue to feature our amazing collaborative artist, Dr. Matthew Swartz over there. Let's give him a round of applause. He's going to give us a little gospel piano. How can I keep from singing? Wonderful playing, Dr. Swartz. Let's keep him clapping. Another time for Dr. Swartz. So they're going to take a second to get off, and then we're bringing on our concert choir. So we're now transitioning into our junior, senior ensembles, both our large ensemble and our chamber singers in just a little bit. But the first piece that the concert choir will be singing is called Follow the Drinking Gourd. And we did a deep dive into the meaning behind this song. The Drinking Gourd, kind of a funky name title. It's actually code for the Big Dipper. So if you've never seen the Big Dipper where it's got the kind of cup and handle on the side. It's a traditional spiritual, and so back in the times of obviously the horrid history of slavery, slaves would use a gourd essentially for drinking, and so they didn't know the Big Dipper as the Big Dipper. They knew it as a gourd. And so this actual song is the only song that we can date back to the code of the Underground Railroad as they would travel to the north to freedom. And they would be following the Little Dipper or Big Dipper. As a code, they would say, follow the drinking gourd as they were going north because the Northern Star is a part of that constellation. So it kind of sounds funky, but it really has a very deep meaning. So this is Follow the Drinking Gourd. We maybe practiced those claps a few times before tonight. It's a lot of fun, let me tell you, getting them to clap and sing at the same time, especially junior and senior boys. They're really good at that. But they did great, didn't they? Well, I am now proud to bring out the award-winning Bonita High School Chamber Singers. Any second now. Hi, Katie. So this group behind me has been very busy. Not only do they have their festival today, but they have another festival at Cal State Fullerton. They've done countless festivals throughout the year, presenting their music and preparing it for this time of year. Our first piece is a German piece, Frohlacket ihr Völker auf Erden. And then we will continue on. We're going to pull a fast one on you in a second, but we'll let you enjoy this to start us off. What you're hearing is obviously amazing, but I have to say it's the product of, for many of these, countless years of quality music education in our district. We are truly blessed to be in the Bonita Unified School District, and we were lucky on this last piece that was in German. Our elementary choir director on the predominantly Laverne side, who is AJ's mom, Mrs. Bird, and Mr. Bird's amazing wife, has a great background in German and actually came to school, took some time on her own time to come and work with us on our diction. So I think she's in the audience. I hope we did okay. I don't know where you are, Mrs. Bird. Oh, good. All right, we got a clap. So hopefully that was her. But can we give Mrs. Bird a round of applause for helping us with that? And now we're going to pull a fast one on you. I hope you don't mind. We're going to come and sing around you if that's all right. So if you've come to our concerts in the past, we've kind of made it a kind of a tradition for us to come out and sing around you guys. I call this surround sound. And I always say, if you hear a voice that you like, smile at them. If you hear one you don't like, smile at them even bigger. So this next piece is from the Russian Orthodoxy, a piece by Sergei Rachmaninoff, Bogorodice Dievo, which is actually about Christmas. So we're going to have a little Christmas in March, if that's okay with you all. But it's in Russian, so you probably don't know what they're saying anyway. But it is gorgeous, and we'll allow this to wash over you. Bogorodice Dievo. I suppose you'd like to sing.
If you'll let me.
Right answer. All right. This is Joe Ensign, everyone. Four-year choir member, senior. Very proud of him. Are you okay if I talk about this song before we sing? Is that okay? So this next piece, now, I mean, they know this. You may not know this about me, but I'm kind of a traditional guy. I don't like to do avant-garde stuff. But this next piece is a little avant-garde for me. But it's been a stretch for us all, and we've enjoyed it a whole lot. I actually kind of stumbled upon it, and really what struck me, and I shared this story with the students. Unfortunately, and if you don't mind, I'm going to share a personal little story. But unfortunately, during the pandemic, I lost my grandfather to COVID, and it was a big loss for my family. And if you don't know this about me, my grandparents immigrated from Peru in South America. And he was always a frequent of my concerts as I've been directing throughout the years. And I thought of a conversation I had with him, and he was talking with me about our concert, a very thick Spanish accent, and talking about how much he loved coming to my concerts and seeing the kids sing, or whatever it may be. But he said this, he was like, I really like your concerts. They sound really, really good. They sing all that Alleluia stuff over and over again. But can't you do more songs with some like passion and some rhythm and some suave and some smooth stuff? And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, maybe one day. All right, well, anyway, I found this piece, and sure enough, it's just a perfect fit. But I just thank you, kids, for tackling this piece, because it gives me a little bit of peace of healing seeing you guys do it. And you guys are just going to love it. It's a Venezuelan poem put together by a Venezuelan composer, and the singers are going to be emulating different kinds of Spanish instruments. So you're going to hear some different sounds behind Joe, our soloist, who is going to be telling the story of the tree of the lonely soul. The Bonita High School Chamber Singers. That's all we got. No, we've got one more for you, if that's okay. And concert choir is going to come out in a second. I'm going to explain why they're coming out. But thank you all for being here tonight. Concert choir, you can come on out. Come on out, my friends. There we go. A lot went in to make this night happen. I've got a few just thank yous before we get into this last piece. He's not out here right now, but can we give a huge round of applause to our collaborative artist, Dr. Matthew Swartz? We could not do what we do without the support of an amazing staff and administration at Bonita High School. Our principal and assistant principal are here, Miss Lindsay and Mr. Ritchie. Can we give them a round of applause? And all Bonita High School staff in the audience. There's a lot of moving parts as far as our festival and backstage. Can we give a round of applause to all of our choir, parent board, parents, volunteers? We are blessed to have this space, and there is an incredible crew that makes them look good, sound good, and coordinates everything for us. Can we give a huge round of applause to the Bonita Center for the Arts under the direction of Miss Melissa Stone? Finally, if you love what you heard tonight and you'd like to take them home, maybe have a stocking stuffer for Christmas or whatever it may be, LVTV has recorded this whole concert. You can order this concert and take these kids home with you on DVD or digital recording as well. And lastly, I'd like to just thank, like I've said multiple times, we are truly blessed to be in the Bonita Unified School District. And what you have heard tonight is the product of years and years and years of quality music instruction. Can we give a huge round of applause to our district for supporting the arts, supporting choral music in our schools? Truly no better way to celebrate Music in Our Schools Month and kick that off. All right. Hello, everyone. So this is the Bonita High School Chamber Singers and Concert Choir. And if you know anything about what we've been up to, in how many days is it? Do you know how many days? 15, 16? 16, but hoping for 15. In about 16 or 15 days, many of these kids are going to be off across the ocean, going to be singing in Hawaii. So we are excited for that. So as part of kind of a send-off for them, they're going to be leaving over spring break and going to be singing at the Pearl Harbor Memorial as well as various locations all around the island, taking a piece of Bonita across to Oahu. And we're going to share a little bit of piece of Hawaii with you all. So this next piece is called Hawaii I Aloha, and it is a very special piece for the Hawaiian people. And it is actually commonly sung at pretty much just about every gathering that you might have as a Hawaiian, whether it be weddings, funerals, church services. They gather together. And in talking to Native Hawaiians, knowing that we were singing this piece, they talk about, man, we sing that before every gathering, Christmas, Thanksgiving, holidays, and anywhere you go at these gatherings, Hawaiians know this song from childhood, and they will gather together and grab hands and just sing. And we can think of no better way to kind of send off our concert, but also just give you a little piece of Hawaii as we're off to it, singing this piece. So thank you guys for coming tonight. This is Hawaii I Aloha.
Oh
Thank you all. We hope we will see you all in a couple of months, May 17th and 18th, for our pop show. Our theme this year is Once Upon a Pop Show, so songs from your favorite musical stories and fantasies, including selections from Beauty and the Beast, Pirates of Penzance, Shrek the Musical, Into the Woods, Wicked, just to name a few. So come on back for that. Let's give the concert choir and chamber singers another round of applause. Much aloha to you all. Have a wonderful night.